What's up, Get Better Basketball community? I'm Coach DeMarco, and this is Focused. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you a great wrinkle to the Chicago series used by the Phoenix Suns in the NBA playoffs. You'll see how Chicago's switch will get your team scoring opportunities. You're going to love this set. Before I break it down for you, make sure you hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great video breakdowns each and every week. Now, let's focus in on the Phoenix Suns Chicago switch action. Before we dive into Chicago switch, let's take a look here at basic Chicago action. It's going to be a pin down screen, as we see here, from 04, 402 into a dribble handoff with 01. So it's a pin down into a dribble handoff, and the Phoenix Suns love to use this action with their team. So here's Phoenix in a basic horns look, which is one of the most popular sets to run Chicago action out of. Teams also like to use 5 out to run this action, but horns is probably the most popular, and it's really, really simple. We're going to see that pass go into the pinch post or the elbow area. We're going to get our pin down right here, and then now into a dribble handoff, which creates an advantage. That's one of the things I love about Chicago action, is that it almost always creates that advantage and is very difficult to defend. Are you going to switch it? Are you going to fight over the top? The defense really has to make a decision. And I think regardless of what they do, it creates an advantage for the offense. Here, we're going to see Phoenix hit the roll and get an easy 2 points out of it. And you can also notice as you watch this clip, the other player rises up here that affects this tag defender by him coming up into this area. It affects the tag man. Easy 2 points. And they like to run this action for Devin Booker, who's one of the best players in the game. As a wrinkle off that base Chicago action, Phoenix likes to run their Chicago switch. And it's really, really simple. Instead of a pass into that elbow area, as we saw in basic Chicago action, Chris Paul is going to dribble into a handoff with 02, who's going to be Devin Booker in both the clips we're going to see. Then they're going to have a high ball screen that's going to be set, and Booker is going to come off that looking to attack the paint. So instead of, in Chicago action, a pin down into a dribble handoff, in Chicago switch, we're going to have a dribble handoff. There's the switch part of it. So it's going to start with the dribble handoff instead of a pin down, and it's going to turn into a ball screen. And there are advantages to running this both ways, including the reads that can be created off of the ball screen action. Let's take a look at it. So here we go with Chicago's switch. And you'll notice that it's a little bit more of a 5-out setup. We have our high screener for the screen and roll here, Chris Paul with the dribble handoff, and then Booker coming off of that. So a little bit more of a 5-out setup than their traditional horn set for their Chicago action. Booker is going to get the dribble handoff first. And you remember the last time in Chicago action, it started with a pin down. So he's going to get that dribble handoff, and then he's going to use that ball screen and look to get downhill. His defender, again, is trailing, which is why teams love to use this action. It almost always creates this type of an advantage. As I noted in my Coach's Clinic presentation on Chicago Action 2.0, which you can find in the description below, that teams typically fight over the top and soft hedge against Chicago action. So now as Booker attacks downhill and looks to get on top of his man, you're going to see this defender stunt pretty hard. This player could work a little bit with him into the open window and potentially have a scoring opportunity. Could stay here too for that kick out, but Booker is a scorer and he's looking to score here. You also have this taller player that's inside, so it could potentially be a lob here. We saw this a lot from other teams. If you look on my YouTube channel, I'll put a link up above in this video to Loyola Chicago. they like to hit this lob pass to their post player off of these types of actions, especially if this defender is in this area. Booker might feel that he's a little bit long. He might not be able to get it up over the top. So he's instead going to pull up here and knock down the two. So again, we'll see the dribble handoff into the ball screen, creating an advantage for Booker to get an easy two. This play was so good that Phoenix ran it 2 possessions in a row. We're actually going to go back 1 possession to the first time they ran it against the Lakers. And again, you're going to see the dribble handoff into a ball screen and Booker turn the corner and get downhill. He's going to do a nice job sailing his man and getting position, getting him on his back. And now he has options. He has kick out options. He has an opportunity to dump inside, or he can potentially pull up, which is something that I know players like him work on in their game out of ball screens, getting on top of this defender and then having options off it. Little hesitation here. This defender kind of throws a token hand up. Again, look at the players on him. 5 players in the paint. He's a great scorer, so he gets in the paint. He's looking to score, but at the high school level, at the college level, there are going to be great opportunities created through this advantage to kick the ball back out to the other players. Booker's a primetime player, and he knocks down a tough shot. So let's bring it back one more time at full speed. The dribble handoff into the ball screen, and Booker knocks down the shot. I'm going to show you both of these possessions back to back so you can really recognize the advantage that's created, allowing Booker to get into the paint, but also the help defense with opportunities to kick out or dump inside. Great set for your team. The more I watch Chicago action and the wrinkles off of it, the more I like it. Let's be honest. Every time we use an SSG in practice, it's almost always to create an advantage for the offensive player to get downhill into the paint and develop their decision-making ability. Chicago action allows you to capitalize on those advantages and allow players to play basketball and make decisions in the paint. Chicago switch is that nice wrinkle that you can use with your team that allows you to get a dribble handoff into a ball screen that will create a number of other scoring opportunities for your playmakers. If you like Chicago action or Chicago switch, make sure you hit that like button down below, turn on your notifications, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great video breakdowns each and every week. As always, get better every day. If you don't have a brand new Dr. Dish all-purpose shooting machine, then you're missing out on a great opportunity to make your team the best shooters they can be. Who knows? They might even end up shooting as great as Devin Booker does. Mention the Get Better Basketball Chat or hashtag GBetBBChat for up to $300 off select Dr. Dish shooting machines. Don't miss out on this great opportunity.